What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Aha. And I have to say, I am really enjoying this journey through Memorial Beach, their 1993 album. When I finished the first three albums and I got ready to react to East of the Sun, West of the Moon, given what people had said, I was sort of keen to hear how their stylistic shift would take shape. I certainly noticed it with that album, but I have to say, I've noticed a greater departure and different avenues of exploration with this album relative to their material in the 80s than I did even with East of the Sun. So it's been a really cool journey. Looking forward to more of it. The next tune we're up to is Lamb to the Slaughter, which obviously presents a very stark image, one which I think harkens to, humanity's past, and it basically speaks to an innocent character, an innocent creature being treated brutally for the benefit of some larger process, whether that process is strictly material in terms of, people butchering an animal for food, or whether we're talking about again, a larger sort of cultural process, whether it's, sacrificial in some way, whether that's literal, for religious purposes, or whether we're talking, more interpretive, more metaphorical, more figurative in terms of, someone or something that is essentially innocent and perhaps sort of fragile and nubile is unfortunately, used as fodder and as part of some larger sort of brutal process that again benefits, a sort of larger class, or like higher class of agent or character in this larger process. So bottom line, it does make me think of innocence treated very brutally as part of some process, which again does not benefit the fodder, the lambs. So I doubt we're talking about this in a strictly literal sense. So whether this is emotional slaughter, maybe an interpersonal relationship in which one person is wide-eyed and very keen to sort of have the romantic experience they expect, but the other person takes a more crass sort of transactional view, and then once realizing it, the other person is, their emotions are slaughtered because they went into it sort of innocently and naively. I feel like I'm probably going very far afield of what the song will be about, but that is the sort of concept that it makes me think of: innocence in the face of cruelty and brutality, but supposedly serving some larger process. So in any case, let's get to it. This is Aha, Lamb to the Slaughter, from their 1993 album Memorial Beach. Oof. Naivety. Nobody told me my excuses, I wasn't prepared. I drank deep from the river and sealed up my fate. I should have seen the track, baby, before it was too late. We go down, we go down. Feel the track rising there. Go down as the I like the sort of organ in there. Who's this fool who believes all the stories? I wish I could say it's not me. You put a load in my head with the things that you said. I became what you wanted to see. All these years, it's like humming, harmonizing, like that he's like off into the heavens again. Really rich sound. And that like organ stuff. Crystalline chimes at the end, glorious. It's funny, like the first minute and a half, I felt like I was following the lyrics pretty closely. He was talking about, going to water and sealing his fate by taking a long drink, and the naivety, no one prepared him, no one told him he would be vulnerable in that way. So again, it felt like a metaphor for, again, personal or like emotional vulnerability. Again, maybe like a more literal physical vulnerability as well, but the sonics of the tune and his singing in different ways eventually like captured my brain to the point where I kind of lost focus of the lyrics about halfway through, so I do apologize. But yeah, that first like opening verse was really interesting, and it sort of, it fit with the idea of naivety playing a role. It's like I'm just sort of this innocent, person that, wasn't really prepared. I didn't really know what faced me. I didn't know what awaited me down by the water. And then again, the Sonics sort of took over, and again, the Sonics amazing. Again, like very different from like what if you asked me like 2 months ago, like, oh, have you heard of Aha? Yeah, I know Take on Me. It's like, okay, so the synth pop sound, right? Sure. Then you play me some of the songs I've heard in the last couple weeks, and just be like, what are you talking about? That's the same group? Surely not. So yeah, it's another tune where I really enjoy the sort of lush texture, little keyboard hits, little like, organ sounding keyboard, the like string sort of layer, and again the like little guitar touches, just everything. Honestly, like a really well composed tune. And once again, it's a tune that, even though it was an acceptable fade, it tells you it's coming, and it sort of ramps it down slowly and evenly rather than just really quickly nosediving. It's still a tune where at the end it leaves me kind of wanting more. And in fact, a number of you actually, now that I think about it, have commented that at their live shows they will jam for like they'll do some extended jam sessions. They don't fade sometimes in the same way that the like album version of the tune will fade. So that's fantastic. And again, at some point I do like the idea of like, if I can get a tech upgrade, which again, I'm sort of a dinosaur with that thing, but I do have some friends good at that. So if I can get a tech upgrade, it would be cool after I've gone through the full catalog in a just an audio only setting to go back and watch some of these videos and react to some of the concert performances and so on. Again, that's a bit down the road. We're going to stay on these roads. We're going to keep going through the albums proper, but ultimately, yeah, Memorial Beach has been a great journey. That's another good example of why. Do let me know if you agree. Let me know what you think overall, even if you don't agree. All opinions are welcome. Once again, shout out to the Aha people for your enthusiasm, your knowledge about the group, your passion about the different songs and albums. It's just an amazing thing as I've gone through these different reaction deep dives, and I've sort of met people who are parts of fandoms for different groups. In some cases, there's overlap. It's like a Venn diagram in some cases, but yeah, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you all. Let me know what you think of the tune. I will see you next time. Peace.